So what do you do when you've got a chance to send a rapper from Miami to perform anywhere in the USA? Well, if you're the internet, you send them to freaking Alaska. All this and more on today's Pure Tunes. So controversy continues to build over the fact that Springsteen got his plug pulled at the end of his set at Hard Rock Calling last week. Kevin Myers, the Deputy Chief Executive of the HSE, made an announcement this week saying that there were no health and safety concerns which would have led Live Nation to pull the plug, stating that it was disingenuous of the promoters to say so. However, Springsteen seems to be taking it in his stride. He managed to get a chance to poke some fun at Live Nation during his performance in Dublin this week, where he brought out a sign that said only the boss says when to pull the plug. Right, I'm calling farce on the whole situation. I mean, Live Nation have gotten themselves into a right PR nightmare with all this. And I'm considering whether or not I should chuck him in a ladder or a shovel to get out of the hole they've dug. Like, for real. In other news, here's a lesson for anyone who's wanted to talk trash about an artist over Twitter. Don't do it when you're at an MC Chris show. Mike Taylor went to see the nerdcore rapper perform at Union Transfer in Philadelphia, but was ejected from the venue after posting negative remarks about the show's support act Richie Branson on his Twitter account. According to a post Taylor made on Reddit following the event, MC Chris singled him out over the PA and said to him, "Security is going to take you the fuck out now. That's what you get for talking trash on Twitter." Of course, there was an uproar from MC's fans online. A bunch of them went to Twitter and called him out on this action. MC Chris later posted an apology online, which Taylor accepted via Reddit. I can see the temptation here. I mean, I've had people yell some pretty horrible things to me on stage, let alone on Twitter during a show. I've always wanted to have someone who had my back on that. Maybe not with such a heavy-handed action, but you know, somehow. So I'm in two minds. I mean, let's hear your thoughts on the subject in the comments. And in our top story this week, Miami rapper Pitbull has been sent to perform in Kodiak, Alaska, after a competition run by supermarket retailers Walmart was hijacked by the readers from Something Awful. The competition, which was to get the rapper to perform in one of thousands of Walmart locations across the US, was hijacked by the humour website Something Awful, who urged its readers to vote for the Kodiak location, which is the chain's most remote store. Pitbull has said that he intends to honour the result of the competition. He's taken it in his stride, gone on Twitter and made a couple of jokes about it. But curious fact, the town of Kodiak has a population of roughly 6,000 odd people, right? That translates as about just less than 10% of the 71,000 people who voted for that store on Facebook. There's a thing that makes you go, it's the power of the tube. You can't deny it. So our question of the day is this: if you could send a popular musician to perform anywhere in the world, where would it be? For instance, I'd quite like to send Katy Perry into slavery at Jabba the Hutt's palace on Tatooine. But maybe that's just me. Leave your responses in the comments below. And that's all for this week. Remember, give us a big old thumbs up. Share this video with your friends. And if you haven't done so yet and you want to see more, hit that big old subscribe button above my head. Anyway, that's all from me. I've been Jimmy Richards. This has been Pure Tunes. I'll see you again on Monday. Peace.